Brought to you by Phillips 66, the most trusted wings in aviation, and by Lightspeed, Zulu 2 once again sets the standard.
Hi, this is Jeff Van West from AirVenture 2011, and I'm standing in front of the Farmer's Airship. Now, aside from being just really frickin' big, it's 15 feet longer than a 747. It's also unusual in that it's a dirigible, a rigid airship, and it's steered by vectored thrust. Let's take a closer look.
Hi, I'm Bryan Hall, the CEO of Airship Ventures, the owner and operator of the Farmer's Airship. The Farmer's Airship is the world's largest commercial passenger airship and the only Zeppelin operating in the United States. What makes it really cool and a Zeppelin is that this ship was actually made by the Zeppelin company in Germany, and we brought it here to the United States in 2008. Unlike other airships you might have seen, or blimps, this airship actually has a frame inside of it made of aluminum and carbon fiber. This allows us many advantages, one of which is the ability to mount the engines up on the side and aft of the airship, providing us both greater control as well as a very quiet and comfortable ride for the passengers on board. You know, they call the ship the Zeppelin NT, and that NT stands for New Technology. This airship has brought all of the latest advances to the world of airships, including a glass cockpit, a fly-by-wire design, side stick, and swiveling vectorable engines with reversible pitch props. So not only can you vector those side engines from a forward cruise configuration up to 120 degrees for takeoff, landing, or hover, but the aft engine has a very unique arrangement. There's one Lycoming in there that is powering both a lateral fan and a rear thruster. And that rear thruster can vector from a straight out cruise configuration to a 90-degree down hover takeoff configuration. So that allows us to use both the static lift of the helium combined with some dynamically generated lift, both from a choice of forward movement, or it can actually be from the thrust of the engines. So talking about the ship and where the various components came from, it's actually quite interesting. The engines are Lycomings right here from the USA, IO360s. There's 3 of them for 4 props. Then the avionics came from a company down in Southern California, and the envelope was made by ILC Dover out in Delaware. So you have most of the major components of the ship came from the United States. You know, we are very, very excited about Oshkosh, both as a company, because this is going to be an awesome event for us to bring the ship to the show and be able to offer passenger flights, much as you've seen other interesting aircraft such as the B-17 do. We'll be doing flights all throughout our trip to Oshkosh. But on top of that, this is personally my first time out to Oshkosh, and I can't think of a cooler, more fantastic way to experience the show than to actually be part of it on your first trip. So I'm really geeked. So the coolest thing about this ship, compared to any other, is that you can actually go to our website and you can book a flight on this aircraft. We operate on this tour throughout the country and regionally up and down the West Coast the rest of the time. And you just need to go to farmersairship.com, or if you're not computer inclined, you can make a phone call to 650-969-8100.